What's up, Raptors fans? Welcome to the Warriors Report. Today, I want to talk about something I feel a lot of Raptor fans need to know. And yes, it's about Hassan Whiteside. So, I want to go over some clips and break down Hassan Whiteside's game. And I want to talk about this because I feel like a lot of people are so big on Hassan Whiteside. All they see is numbers, and they want the Raptors to trade for him. In the offseason, it was signed for him. But I do want to go through some of his clips, and I want to break down his game, and I want to talk about why the Raptors should not trade for him and why his style of play does not fit how the Raptors play at all. So before I get into those clips and break down his game, if you could please do me a favor and give this video a thumbs up. It's really important you do that because it helps reach a larger YouTube audience. And if you could please subscribe to the channel, you get a lot of Raptors content on here, including post-game analysis, Raptors rumors, trade scenarios, and other Raptor news as well. So it really helps this channel grow when you do that. So with that being said, let's jump right into it. So the first play here, you'll see Yusuf Nurkic will get the ball and he'll throw it to Damian Lillard. And watch Hassan Whiteside's reaction, which is nothing. He doesn't move his feet. He doesn't move his hands. He doesn't close in on Yusuf Nurkic, who has the ball. He stands a few feet apart and kind of just watches the ball literally go by his feet and allows for an easy basket there. It's defensive awareness right there, which is really lacking. And then I want you to see this play as well here. So Hassan Whiteside will get pinned by CJ McCollum. And it's that effort. He makes zero effort to kind of just get back to his man. He kind of just gingerly moves past CJ McCollum, who's a much smaller player. And his basketball IQ is definitely questionable here, where he almost runs into Corey Joseph, who's dribbling in the paint. So he decides to go into the paint, and Corey Joseph kind of just throws up a shot, and luckily he makes it. But it's plays like this here. You'll see this one here as well. Nikola Jokic just blows by Hassan Whiteside. So his IQ is very questionable. It almost seems like he's out of it. And you'll see he's not paying attention to his man. And Nikola Jokic is not the fastest big man. He's actually very slow, but for some reason, Hassan Whiteside just gets blown by and loses his man right there. And again, you'll see this play over here as well. He's defending pretty decent, but then he goes for a pump fake on Nikola Jokic. He's trying to get those blocks. He stat pads, and they're empty stats, which everyone is really hyped up about. You see those stat numbers, but that's because he does little things like this where he always just tries to go for that block. And big men know that, so they'll pump fake and get those easy baskets against him. And this is one of the worst plays. You'll see he makes zero attempt to close in on Kyrie Irving. His hands aren't up. He's not even close to Kyrie. His pick and roll game is terrible. And he makes no effort here. That's the worst part about Hassan Whiteside. His body language, he plays so lazy. He doesn't bother putting in that effort. And you'll see here, he actually does a pretty decent job against James Harden, but he ends up fouling him. I mean, James Harden definitely flopped there, but I want to show this play in particular because we're going to play teams like this where he gets switched on to ISO players in the playoffs. And he obviously is not very capable. It's just his feet aren't moving that well either. And these are the kind of plays that show you why I don't want Hassan Whiteside anywhere close to the Raptors. Another low IQ play where he throws the ball into someone's feet. And then look at him hustling gingerly back on defense. That does not fit the Raptor style of play, which is hard defense and a lot of transition game as well. So Hassan Whiteside's not like that. He just seems like he puts in no effort at all. He is very talented, don't get me wrong, but it's the fact that he doesn't bother putting in any effort. And you could say it's maybe the king system, but it's not. You'll see this play here as well. Again, pick and roll, makes zero attempt to get back to DeAndre Jordan. Pick and roll, he doesn't play hard and tight, but he also doesn't play DeAndre Jordan tight. He kind of just waits in the middle, and he doesn't bother throwing his hands up, nothing. So it's plays like this that really get you frustrated with Hassan Whiteside. And that was just a small size sample of how Hassan Whiteside plays. I could do a 10-minute clip, but I just wanted to do a couple of those clips just to give you an idea of how he plays and why the Raptors should stay far away from Hassan Whiteside. And also, it doesn't make sense because Hassan Whiteside was a free agent for the longest time. So if you remember the free agency, no team was signing him. And I remember Raptors fans saying we should sign him. So I don't see why Masai Ujiri would give away assets by trading for Hassan Whiteside when we had the chance to sign him and we clearly did not need him. So, and if you don't believe those clips, do your own research. You know what? Go look up highlights of the Sacramento Kings this season, and you'll just pay attention to Hassan Whiteside in the clip. You'll see a lot of low IQ basketball, lazy defense, and it's just really frustrating to watch him because he has all the talent in the world, but you hate to see guys like that. It almost reminds you of Andrea Bargnani, lazy body language. And you know what? You look at his stats, you think about this for a moment. He averaged 15.5 points, 13.5 rebounds, and he led the league in 2.9 blocks last season with the Portland Trail Blazers. Yet he only got paid 2.3 million on a 1-year deal, and he was not signed till almost the free agency was over. So training camps, I remember, were starting in December, and I believe Hassan Whiteside was not signed till about November 25th, which is really close to training camp. A lot of teams have figured out Hassan Whiteside. He tried to play the system by stat padding because a lot of teams used to look at that, but I feel like a lot of teams have caught up to how he plays, and he kind of just inflates those stats. And there's a reason why no team was signing him and why he only got signed to a 1-year contract and only 2.3 million. So you have to think about that as well as why the Kings were not playing him early on in the season. So there's a reason why no team wanted to sign him, and also because even on the Kings, he was having a hard time getting minutes. And you know what? You may say it's, well, it's the Kings, they have a bad system, but he also played like this with the Miami Heat as well. You'll have a lot of Miami Heat fans telling you that. Also, Portland Trail Blazers fans. He puts up enormous numbers, but he's just not the guy. And I know a lot of Raptors fans will say, well, he's at least better than Aaron Baines, but I don't think we should acquire someone just because they're better than Aaron Baines. We should try to acquire someone that fits in our system and also can score. Hassan Whiteside does not stretch the floor at all. He can't shoot outside of the paint. And again, like I said, he just has really low IQ basketball. And I don't know if that's going to fly with Nick Nurse and his lazy body language as well. So we know Nick Nurse loves defense. So I don't know how much Hassan Whiteside will play if we do get him. So that's what I wanted to talk about today, guys. So I really wanted the Raptors fans to see this because every trade scenario I see, everyone just keeps suggesting that we trade for Hassan Whiteside because he's making only 2.3 million, but there's a reason why he's making only 2.3 million. So I don't think he's the right player. I do want to hear what you guys think, though. Please let me know in the comment section below if you like this video or not, and please let me know what your thoughts are on Hassan Whiteside. So I will be ending the video off here, guys. So thank you so much for tuning in. Until next time.